Welcome back. Here are 8 abandoned places around the world that will have you both awed and creeped out at the same time. If you have not watched the first part of this video, go and watch. Let's start. Number 1. City Methodist Church, Indiana. Famous for being the birthplace of Michael Jackson, Gereja, Indiana also happens to be the site of one of the prettiest and eeriest abandoned churches in the country. Originally built in 1926 with money donated by U.S. Steel, the City Methodist Church is a 9-story marvel complete with Gothic architecture, stone pillars, and stained glass windows. Over the next several decades, the steel industry continued to falter, and Gereja's population dwindled, and the church was completely shut down in 1975. The structure is crumbling but still beautiful today, and is a popular spot for film directors who might recognize it from movies like A Nightmare on Elm Street, or, less likely, Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Number 2. Poveglia, Italy. Less than half a mile from the canals of Venice, Poveglia Island has served as a quarantine zone for bubonic plague victims, storage space for Napoleon's weapons, and the site of an early 20th century mental institution. The asylum played host to horrific medical experiments, reports the Travel Channel, and finally closed for good when a doctor threw himself off the institution's bell tower. It's illegal to visit Poveglia today, but you can see the island and its decaying hospital safely from the beaches of nearby Lido. Number 3. Gereja, Ayam, Chicken Church, Indonesia. If you ever find yourself in the jungles of central Java, you might stumble upon a dilapidated church that's equal parts awesome and confusing. Gereja, Ayam, also known as the Chicken Church. The church, which the architect intended to be in the shape of a dove, nice try, opened its doors in the 1990s, serving as both a rehab center and place of worship for all religions. Unfortunately, construction costs soon became too high, and the project and building were abandoned in 2000. The Foul has become something of a tourist destination these days, with murals adorning the interior, incredible views of the surrounding forests through the beak, and even a small cafe selling treats near the tail feathers. Number 4. Tiancheng China. No, this isn't a picture of post-apocalyptic Paris. It's China's Tianducheng district, a miniature replica of France's capital located about 14 minutes away from Hangzhou. The ambitious yet failed real estate development was built in 2007, complete with its own Champs-Élysées and 300-foot Eiffel Tower. Unfortunately, China's attempt to recreate the City of Light ended up being more creepy than romantic, as if the Real Paris suddenly entered the Upside Down. Only a couple thousand residents remain. The city was built to house 10,000, and the streets are typically empty save for the occasional bridal party posing for full Parisian wedding photos. Number 5. Michigan Theater, Detroit. Built in 1926 on the spot of Henry Ford's first workshop, the Michigan Theater was once an opulent downtown Detroit institution with 7 stories, 4,000 seats, and a construction price tag of $5 million. The theater closed its doors in 1967, following the boom of suburban movie theaters and living room televisions. Since then, the space has served several purposes until it was finally repurposed as a parking garage in the late 1970s. The cathedral ceilings and frescoed walls of the once majestic playhouse have certainly seen better days, but it sure beats your average concrete parking structure. Number 6. Airfield Shipwreck, Sydney. The area of Homebush Bay was once an industrial crossroads of Sydney, filled with ships transporting coal and oil during the early 20th century. Unfortunately, the waters soon became contaminated and toxic, probably because of all that coal and oil, a problem that only got solved after the commercial boom following the 2000 Olympics. The area is now a fully functional residential suburb, but you can still catch a few glimpses of Homebush Bay's industrial past, and they're much prettier than you might think. Most notably is the Airfield, a rusted abandoned freighter that has miraculously become overgrown with mangrove trees. Can anyone else imagine this as a pop-up tiki bar in Brooklyn? Number 7. Ponyhenge, Massachusetts. Anyth the number 7 grams that ends with henge tends to be shrouded in weirdness and mystery. But Ponyhenge in Lincoln, Massachusetts, might just be our new favorite. As its name suggests, Ponyhenge is a collection of plastic ponies and rocking horses sitting pretty and nightmarishly in a field about 14 miles west of Boston. The first ponies started appearing sometime around 2010. Over the years, the collection has grown exponentially and will frequently rearrange into circles and rows. How did the first pony appear? Who adds and organizes the collection? Do the ponies come alive when we're asleep? No one knows. It's Ponyhenge. Number 8. Beelitz-Heilstätten Hospital, Germany. If this old German hospital looks disturbing, well, it is. Just check out its chilling resume. Between 1898 and 1930, the Beelitz-Heilstätten complex served as a tuberculosis sanatorium. It also housed mustard gas and machine gun victims during World War I, including a young soldier named Adolf Hitler. The hospital later went on to be a major treatment center for Nazi soldiers during World War II, and it was used as a Soviet military hospital from 1945 until the fall of the Berlin Wall. Today, a few wards are used as a neurological rehabilitation center, although the majority of the complex is abandoned. The surgery and psychiatric wards have both been left to decay and give way to nature and vandals, and the result looks like something straight out of American Horror Story. Here is the end of this video. See you soon.